Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside that weather window. And today, a little cloudy and a little breezy, a lot like yesterday. Temperatures about the same, maybe a tad or two, a little bit cooler. We talked about that being the case yesterday, but this is a beautiful shot. As Uriah mentioned, it looks like a painting out there today as we look down from the Wenatchee Heights Sky-Fi Tower camera, and that's the cross camera. You can see some mid and high level clouds around the Wenatchee Valley, and temperatures pretty much the mid 60s today. Mid to upper 60s for most of us. And as we move through the rest of the week and into the weekend, I'll tell you what, things look fantastic. Tomorrow, a bit of a cool day too. I guess cool compared to what we're going to see. We're still going to be slightly above normal tomorrow with temperatures in the mid 60s, and then a big warming trend beginning on Friday and lasting right through the weekend and into early next week. I'll have your complete North Central Washington weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. In an announcement earlier today, Wenatchee Valley College says it will be receiving coronavirus aid, relief, and economic security funding. A Wenatchee man allegedly found with more than half an ounce of meth last year now faces charges of drug sales. And sheriff's deputies say a Lake Wenatchee man displayed a handgun and then threatened to shoot his neighbor Tuesday afternoon. But first we begin tonight. Tuesday was one of the slowest days in weeks for growth in new COVID-19 cases in north central Washington. That includes Grant County, which had just one new positive test after steady and concerning growth in cases. The latest positive test there came from a Moses Lake resident, bringing the county's region high total to 122. Chelan County added one new positive test to its total, and it now stands at 61 people with the coronavirus. Douglas County, which saw a big jump Monday after 11 positive tests in Waterville, added two new cases and now has 29. Okanagan County had one more positive test, bringing its total to 14. None of the four counties reported new deaths. Despite the apparent slower spread of the virus, health officials throughout the region are warning residents to remain diligent about protecting themselves and others. Well, in an announcement earlier today, Wenatchee Valley College says it will be receiving coronavirus aid, relief, and economic security funding. Funds are expected to arrive this week. Funding is provided through the CARES Act, which was passed by Congress on March 27th, which will provide aid to students and help the college cover COVID-19 related expenses. Wenatchee Valley College will receive approximately $2.4 million from the federal government through this legislation. Of the funding being allocated to Wenatchee Valley College, 50% of that funding, approximately $1.2 million, is for student emergency aid. This funding will provide direct emergency cash grants to college students whose lives and educations have been disrupted by the coronavirus outbreak. The funds must be spent within 1 year of allocation and be used for current and future students. Students who are experiencing financial hardship may qualify for emergency aid. You can learn more at wvc.edu/counseling. A Wenatchee man allegedly found with more than half an ounce of meth last year now faces charges of drug sales. 20-year-old Julius James Sabalos was arrested by Wenatchee police in November while they investigated a drive-by shooting in the 1300 block of Cascade Street. Sabalos wasn't connected to that gunfire, but police say they found about 18 grams of methamphetamine in the residential shed where he was hiding. He's now jailed and charged with possession with intent to distribute. Another person, 23-year-old Jessica Sanchez Salazar, was charged by warrant, but so far has not been brought to court. In other news, sheriff's deputies say a Lake Wenatchee man displayed a handgun and then threatened to shoot his neighbor Tuesday afternoon. 50-year-old Larry Todd Schneider is held in the Chelan County Jail and faces a likely charge of first-degree assault. Deputies were called to Fur Drive at Lake Wenatchee about 4:45 p.m. and then arrested Snyder nearby after a brief search. They said they found two handguns inside his house. Snyder allegedly made paranoid complaints to deputies about his neighbor, saying the victim had spied on him using lasers and planted explosive devices around his property. Well, coming up next, the first local forest fire of the season is fully contained, less than 48 hours after it ignited just south of Leavenworth. Nonprofits struggling during the pandemic got a lift this week from the Community Foundation of North Central Washington. K-9 chief, who was shot February 28th by a fleeing suspect, has retired from the Moses Lake Police Department. And Leavenworth's biggest kids bicycling event, the Bavarian Bike and Juice Festival, has hit the brakes thanks to, what else? COVID-19. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Mary Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Mary Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today, 509-663-1710.
Welcome back. In another news, the first local forest fire of the season is now fully contained, less than 48 hours after it ignited just south of Leavenworth. The Alpenhof fire above Icicle Road was fully encircled by noon on Tuesday night after burning about 12 acres. It was first reported to firefighters about 3 p.m. on Sunday. Local fire districts were first on the attack, but the Department of Natural Resources took over and then used ground crews and helicopters to get a grip on the blaze. DNR investigators say they're still looking into the cause. Well, nonprofits struggling during the pandemic got a lift this week from the Community Foundation of North Central Washington. The donor-supported agency parceled out almost $90,000 in grants to essential programs on the front lines during the coronavirus emergency. Those include Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, Serve Wenatchee, the Children's Home Society, SAGE, and Chelan Valley Hope. Foundation Director Beth Stipe says, quote, "We're looking at all of our resources right now and where they can help the most," unquote. In other news, K-9 chief, who was shot back on February 28th by a fleeing suspect, has retired from the Moses Lake Police Department. Chief was credited with saving the life of his handler, Officer Nick Stewart, as the two were chasing robbery and drive-by shooting suspect, 22-year-old Jose L. Rivera. Rivera turned toward his pursuers and fired a handgun, hitting Chief in the eye and also breaking his jaw. Stewart then shot and killed Rivera. The department said Chief has made an amazing recovery, but is still unable to perform the duties of a patrol dog. He'll continue to live with Stewart and enjoy a life befitting a hero, according to the department. Well, Leavenworth's biggest kids bicycling event, the Bavarian Bike and Juice Festival, has hit the brakes thanks to COVID-19. Organizers said this week they're canceling the nonprofit event scheduled for June 13 that hosts outdoor bike races for kids ages 2 to 12. The festival raises money each year for Upper Valley youth agencies like Beaver Valley School, Mountain Sprouts, and the Icicle Bicycle Club. Bike and Juice promoters are encouraging people to donate directly to those institutions instead. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's features story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
You want to help others. You need a solid career. You can have both with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, stop by our campus at 595 Grant Road across from Safeway, or visit chartercollege.edu.
Aging and Adult Care offers many in-home care options and services for seniors and family caregivers. But did you know they also offer free in-home delivered meals? Aging and Adult Care has expanded its program for home-delivered meals to help elderly and vulnerable adults at this challenging time. If you are in need of prepared meals or know someone who could benefit, call Aging and Adult Care for more information about free home-delivered meals. Call 509-886-0700.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
You probably won't launch hurricane-force projectiles at your truck bed.
Watch me! Watch me! I got it! Watch me! I got it! Hey! I'm super bad.
But it's nice to know you can. Introducing Carbon Pro. If it can handle a hurricane, it can handle you. Only on the GMC Sierra.
And I'm super bad.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, last week, Douglas County Commissioners set out rules to allow some home construction during the COVID-19 crisis. Yesterday, Chelan County followed suit. Governor Jay Inslee's office says such rules might be at odds with his emergency public health declaration, but Chelan County Commissioner Bob Boogert told NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins today that letting some construction go forward is a necessary step.
Really needed to thread a very fine needle to get this so that we are in compliance, at least as best as we can tell, we're in compliance with the governor's proclamation related to stay home, stay healthy, to make sure that essential employees are protected and that they can continue to work. There has been the closure or the restriction on residential building construction, as you know. But under certain circumstances, as we understand from the governor's proclamation, that construction can occur if there is potential for damage to a residential construction that is halfway done or partially done, that is permitted and continuing, but it had to stop as of the governor's proclamation on March 27th. And a great example would be something like up at Lake Chelan, pier pilings or embankments or docks are being built where they're actually pouring concrete. They got the forms in, they're good to go, ready to jet, and this proclamation from the governor came in, which put a halt to them. And sure enough, the lake level and Lake Chelan will be rising, and so there's potential for economic damage and inability to complete that. So there's those situations where there's really a compelling need to allow that work to continue. There could be other situations where a house is halfway built and the roof is not on, and there could be a situation where that could get approved. So it's not a blanket allowance for those that have a residential construction underway to continue, because that, by our interpretation, would be in violation of the governor's proclamation. So it's really a fine line that we're drawing there.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. And as we always do, let's take a look outside our weather window before we get to those details. And once again, we're going to take a look at the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera at Wenatchee Heights, our Sky-Fi Tower camera, and a beautiful shot looking down at the Columbia River. Of course, East Wenatchee on one side, Wenatchee on the other. Some mid and high level clouds out there today. And I'll tell you what, when the sun went behind those clouds with that breeze, it almost felt chilly at times, didn't it, out there today? And then the sun would come out and it felt pretty darn nice. A typical up and down spring type day. But as far as temperatures go, really still pretty nice out there, above where we should be. 66 unofficially our high temperature today. We did cool down rapidly after that. In fact, we even dropped down into the middle 50s in the afternoon today. 62 is normal. 47 was our overnight low last night. 41 is where we should be for a low temperature. 77, our record high. That was set back in 1988, and our record low, 29 degrees, set in 1982. No new precipitation the past 24 hours. Sunrise this morning, 6:11, and the sun will set tonight at 7:51. Let's take a peek at how your Thursday is going to shape up, and it will be a lot like today. Temperatures almost exactly like today. The difference tomorrow, though, I think you'll like it too, more sunshine. We'll see that all across North Central Washington. 67s for Ephrata and Moses Lake, 66 in Quincy, 66 once again here in the Wenatchee area. A little bit cooler in the upper elevations, and then along the Highway 97 corridor, temperatures pretty consistent as well into the middle 60s. Taking a look at that surface loop tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies, maybe still a little bit breezy as that cold front that brought all the wind continues to push its way into Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. Could see a northeast wind tonight, about 5 to 15 miles an hour. As we get into your Thursday, lots of sunshine. In fact, sunshine all over the western United States. A little bit of cloudiness back in the Rockies. We will see light wind for Tuesday. Mild temperatures. We just showed you that. Temperatures consistent with today in the mid-60s. And then a warming trend begins for our Friday. What great timing, right? Mostly sunny, calm wind conditions. There's that orangish color. That indicates middle to upper 70s. That's where we'll be in the Tri-Cities on Friday. On Saturday, another very weak system moves through the state. That'll just bring us partly cloudy skies, maybe some shower activity into extreme eastern Washington and parts of the southwest part of the state, but that's about it. And then Sunday, things get very nice once again. Sunny and unseasonably warm. Folks, we're talking temperatures Sunday and into Monday for most of central and eastern Washington, mid and upper 70s, and that will continue as we kick off our next work week on Monday with mostly sunny skies. There, once again, that orangish color. We could see 80 degrees down in Kennewick or probably even Pasco on Monday, and we will see temperatures here once again in the middle 70s. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. Partly cloudy, by the way, on Tuesday, but our 7-day forecast, 39 degrees tonight, so back more to where we should see our low temperatures, normally anyway. 66 tomorrow, as we mentioned, sunny and calm. That'll be nice. The winds will die down. Mostly sunny on Friday and 71, and we are going to stay in those 70s right through the rest of the forecast. 70 on Saturday, sunny on Sunday, and 73 degrees. Looks like our warmest day will be Monday as we kick off our next work week with mostly sunny skies, and we're going to stay nice on Tuesday with partly cloudy skies. High temperatures then right around 73 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Owner Andrew Vickery brings years of experience to help you transition your backyard into a place where memories are made, family time is looked forward to, and friends are always welcome. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa offers many different styles and sizes of artesian spas, both new and used, as well as residential and commercial pool and spa services, regular maintenance and repairs, and all the chemicals required to keep your pool and spa crystal clear. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa today.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you, staying home and staying healthy. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. Here's a look at sports news. This has been a traumatic time for us all, especially for high school seniors who have had their worlds turned upside down. Cancellation of school for the rest of the year, especially for the seniors. Eastmont High School doing all it can to help those seniors distant learn and get ready for a sort of graduation. In addition to that, Eastmont Athletic Director Russ Waterman, on a Zoom video conference with me yesterday, said they're trying to do what they can to recognize those seniors who had their spring sports seasons wiped out.
So my heart breaks for them. It really does. I get emotional when we talk about that. And so we're trying our best to honor them. And a couple of things that we've worked on last week and this week to we wanted to do it right. We wanted to go step by step. We didn't want to just do something that was, maybe not well thought out or half baked and not good. But, we're going to join in this Friday on April 17th as the national, or not the national, but the state Be the Light program. That's where we turn on the stadium lights. At 8:20, which is 2020 military time, and we'll leave them on for 20 minutes. And we're going to place the senior banners that we do every year for our senior athletes. We're going to put them on the fence line, and we're just going to have a little bit of an honor there that they're not there competing. Soccer's not competing, track's not competing in that stadium. We don't have baseball on Dan White. We don't have softball at the fourplex. We don't have tennis on the tennis courts. In golf, we just don't have it. So this is our small way for 20 minutes to recognize them. And in addition to that, we're going to do a senior spotlight. So we'll be, putting a social media blitz out with each of our seniors, kind of a survey, kind of questionnaire of what they answered about their experience at Eastmont, plus little coaches' comments about them. Because the one thing they don't get also is that senior night. Right. That event right at the end. You've been at many of them, Eric, when you've broadcasted it. It's an emotional event for those families. There's a lot of dedication, sacrifice, and time that parents and family have given into their kids to be able to participate in athletics. And so it's just our little way of trying to say some sense of normalcy, some sense of honor to them. And one thing that is important, I think, about the Be the Light. We're going to do that over the course of 6 weeks. We're going to do one.
We'll have more with Waterman tomorrow on the work happening behind the scenes at Eastmont and how they're preparing for the fall and a new school year. Well, the Seattle Seahawks have brought back a veteran offensive guard Mike Upati for the upcoming season. The 11-year former first-round pick out of Idaho agreed to a one-year deal to stay in Seattle. The Seahawks picked him up from Arizona a season ago. Upati, who turns 33 on May 12th, made 15 starts in the regular season. He missed both of the Seahawks playoff games with a neck injury. Now with the Upati returning to Seattle, the Seahawks have 11 remaining undrafted free agents, including defensive ends Jadeveon Clowney and Ziggy Ansah, linebackers Michael Kendricks and Dakota Watson, quarterback Akeem King, running backs Marshawn Lynch and Robert Turbin, as well as C.J. Procise, wide receivers Josh Gordon and Jaron Brown, and quarterback Geno Smith. Well, one of the top recruits in the country has signed to become a Gonzaga Bulldog. 6'4" guard Jalen Suggs from St. Paul, Minnesota became the first decorated recruit in program history when he orally committed live on ESPN in early January. There was an opening for the high school senior to opt out and play professionally overseas, but now that looks like it's not going to happen. He's going to come to Gonzaga. Suggs earned 3 gold medals with Team USA at international youth tournaments. The standout quarterback safety became the first athlete in Minnesota history to win Mr. Football and Mr. Basketball awards in the same school year. How about that? Well, the largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament in the world has been postponed. The Spokane Hoop Fest was pushed back from late June until August 22nd and 23rd. Hoop Fest, which attracted more than 6,000 teams to downtown Spokane last summer with an economic impact of roughly $50 million, said it's still working on the logistics of the postponement. Now, locally, the Sunburn Classic 3-on-3 basketball tournament is still set, at least as far as their website, July 27th and 28th on 3rd Street in East Wenatchee. We'll be checking in with them to see if that is still on or not. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And as we leave you tonight, students grade kindergarten to 12th are being asked to submit videos showing one or more ways of stopping the spread of COVID-19. Original homemade videos can be submitted to the North Central Accountable Community of Health. That's until May 15th, with winners receiving Chromebooks, smartwatches, earbuds, and gift cards. The competition is open to students in Chelan, Douglas, Grant, and Okanagan counties and should be 2 minutes long. Details on how to enter can be found at ncach.org. Great idea. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you, Grant. On Thursdays, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, and during the conversation portion of the program, it's my Skype interview with Casey Lee, who came up with this really cool idea that's got a lot of momentum going. It's called the Share a Meal program. It benefits local restaurants. It benefits local nonprofits, including our friends at Lighthouse Ministries and Catholic Charities, and it helps the homebound and the homeless. It's a win-win-win. It's a conversation you don't want to miss with Casey Lee. It'll air during the conversation portion on Thursday's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Until then, Grant, back to you.
Thanks a bunch, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
This is Caitlin Hedershe, the producer of the NCWLIFE magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCWLIFE magazine right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.